Hi, it's Misty. I am doing a voiceover here for the first day of my 100 days of junk journaling project. Just going through and, kind of seeing maybe what needs to be noted. I'm not sure yet exactly if I'll do voiceovers for every day or if I'll do talk throughs like during the actual video when I'm recording. Kind of a little bit of both, probably. I know day 2 I talked through most of it, so I won't do any voiceovers there, and that's just at the end of this video. But for this first video, the first spread that I'm doing here, we had recently seen a preview of The Life of Chuck, the movie, the Mike Flanagan directed Stephen King adaptation, and I loved it. It was fantastic. I had a really enjoyable time with it, even though the first part is kind of existentially dreadful, but it was really good, and I wanted to commemorate that, I guess, in doing this first spread. So you'll see me just kind of going through and working with various elements and ephemera that I had. The ticket there on the left is something that we got at the screening, which was really fun. And so I kind of picked out colors and ephemeral colors based on that ticket to kind of go with it. A lot of the elements themselves do actually have some meaning to the movie, at least for me. I don't want to say anything or point anything out specifically in case anyone else is interested and would think that's a spoiler, but I thought it was very fun and it all felt very cohesive to me as I was working with it. But that's it for now. I'm just going to go ahead and let some soft piano music play, and you can watch the rest of me kind of figuring out what I'm doing with this junk journal spread. I hope you enjoy. Hi again. Just wanted to mention the reason I'm picking out the December monthly calendar here is because the movie does talk about Carl Sagan's cosmic calendar, which is something that I've always really vibed with, I guess. Carl Sagan in general, but I wanted to highlight that in this spread, and when I do the journaling, I talk about that too, because that was part of what made me super fall in love with the movie is the reference to Carl Sagan and the cosmic calendar, and it's a pretty strong reference. So I'm kind of circling December 31st here with this amazing pen. It's a Kuretake Karapo, which you can fill the reservoir with like regular fountain pen ink or any other inks, and I really, really like it. It's really fun, but I just wanted to point out that's why I am including the December calendar, since obviously it's June. of outlining or placing, penciling in. What I wanted to do was some hand lettering here on this card, and you'll see me struggle with the actual hand lettering and practicing that, because apparently I need to do more K's and figure that out for myself. But the sort of penciling in there ends up being not helpful at all, as you'll see. But this is, like, I just don't like any of the K's that I'm doing. I've sped up the video because you can see it just got very silly, that I couldn't figure out what sort of K I wanted to do, and none of it looked right to me, and I just got very frustrated with it. So you can see I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do, and I just kind of left it and went on to something else, and I'll figure something else out later, which works okay, but I do want to make sure that I can practice my hand lettering better so I can get those odd letters or letters I don't use very often, make them better in general. Oh, I brought the practice lettering page back, thinking maybe if I just did, regular capital letters or print instead of trying to do fancy hand lettering, it would get better. But as you can see by my erasing, I decided, nope, it's not going to work. I didn't like anything I was doing. So I brought out some stickers. These came from Archer and Olive. They're just sort of, I guess they're kind of ransom note letter style. But I just went ahead and used those, and they worked out fairly well. Certainly better than me spending another 30 minutes or more trying to perfect a hand lettered K, especially since there were two in what I wanted to write out, which was "Thanks, Chuck," which is something that's in the movie. But it comes out okay with the stickers instead of the hand lettering. I still would have liked to have done the hand lettering. I think that would have looked really nice. But it's good. And then while I had the stickers out, I thought, oh, I could also put a nice little 39 over here, also relevant to the movie. It is day 2 of my 100 days project. I did want to show you real quick the day 1 here. I just, added journaling stuff about this and the verses, some verses from Walt Whitman's Song of Myself, I believe is what it is, and then added a date stamp for that. So then now I will be going on to day 2, which is this one. I'm going to use this little stack to go underneath, make it a little bit easier for myself. And then today I did actually kind of pre-pull some ephemera and things just to kind of limit my choices for what I should do for the journaling today. So we'll see kind of how it goes. There are several things in here that I have that I will be hopefully using or incorporating somehow. We'll see. Definitely some gel pens. And the reason I say definitely some gel pens is I plan on using this sticker here. People often mistake me for an adult because of my age, just because I feel like playing around. And I think that's kind of in the spirit of this whole junk journaling project, is to play around, do what I want, kind of see how things go, and not really have anything in mind, which feels like sometimes a very non-adult thing in this world anymore. I have pulled some washi tapes. We'll see how those go. I like these little watercolor washi dots. I don't know if I'll actually use them or not. And I have this absolutely insane silvery, I think it was wrapping that I got at some point that a gift was in, and I don't know, it seems fun. Just some more stickers, some background papers, kind of how I feel on the start of a journey, so that seems good, and we'll see how it goes. I think I'm done for today. I used almost all of the stickers that I think gonna go with this, and it brings me a lot of joy to see all of this. Got a little journaling space here, which I might use later, I'm not sure yet. I really like the flip, the reveal here. Pretty pleased with this one. And all of the shine and sparkle is amazing. No such thing as too many stickers or too much shininess. Also, always love the Scholastic Book Fair. It's like the highlight of the school year. That silver background is blinding, but very fun. Got a bunch of cool S's in there, of course. I'm sure there were other things that I doodled when I was a kid, but that's the one that sticks with me, of course. Today's date. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day.